Are you gonna like introduce us?
Always. Aho!
Hey there.
Aho. Hello, welcome to Foresnauts React, where we watch YouTube videos about things we like, homesteading, permaculture, all the above.
Are we allowed to say aho?
I don't know, I've always
Can
wondered
someone tell us if we're allowed to say aho?
If
Because
it's
we
cultural-
actually deeply respect and care.
if it's cultural appropriation, we apologize, but we really like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
The creator who made all this.
Alright, what are we watching today?
I don't even remember the name of their channel, to be
Let's-
honest. I just remember them as the couple in Panama.
Okay, I haven't watched this yet, but it's called Time Lapse. How we built a 3-acre farm in 1 year from scratch.
From scratch.
Nothing was there. It
Yeah.
was barren. There was no soil. That's what they mean, right?
Like there wasn't an earth there already doing things.
So is this a Bible story?
The 4 elements weren't there activated yet. They brought it in.
Alrighty.
We should actually, what is the name of their channel? We should look at what the name of their channel is.
Yeah, probably. I don't have it here though. We
It's
can watch.
important to have a catchy name. Like Foresnauts, you don't forget Foresnauts. Explorers of new planets on Mother Earth. That's good. A guy in a grass skirt and a helmet. Foresnauts.
Okay, okay. We're gonna start.
Or a woman. Actually a woman in a grass skirt and a helmet.
Moon. Maybe it's called Lola's Farm.
Maybe.
Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Lola's Farm. This land right behind me is the piece of land that my boyfriend and I purchased exactly 1 year ago, January 1st of 2020.
Fuck, they bought on the bureaucratic offices were open on January 1st.
No, I think
Poor
it was,
Panamanians have to go into work on January 1st.
I think it was a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I get it.
Function around our home here in Boquete, Panama. So it's actually kind of a miracle.
I gotta
that
say,
this
I'm
thing
jealous.
made it all the way up to
Central American mountains, those
yeah.
are some beautiful climates.
Yeah.
Good news is we knew that in Boquete, Panama, we get over 120 inches of rain a year. So we knew
that all of our water was going to come from.
That's like 3,000
So the
liters.
first thing that we did was
That's
install
ridiculous.
this
That's 3,000
1.5
millimeters.
horsepower
Is it
water
really?
pump
Yeah, it's like
that's
3,000, 4,000.
100-gallon water
120.
tank. That way we can start
40 is
with
1,000.
water.
40 inches is 1,000. So 120, which is 3 times that.
So that's-
They're getting close to 3,000
that's rainforest.
millimeters.
That's
Yeah, the Doi, it's Panama.
proper. But I just think the actual cutoff, because I remember finding it, because our average rainfall is between 900 and 2,500 or average. It's
Yeah,
like the
parts
range.
of Galicia is temperate rainforest.
Exactly.
Maybe still with climate change they might be dropping off. But there
Yeah.
were traditionally temperate rainforests here,
Right.
nearby.
Pipe that's
So,
connected all the way throughout our
I don't
solar
know
panels. So our
Panama.
solar panels collects the rain.
But I'm pretty sure most tropical climates you can grow a lot of things without having irrigation. Just like everyone knows, it's like you don't automatically have to do infrastructure in certain climates. Certain climates, like we can grow 9 or 10 months out of the year without irrigation, and certain crops actually we could still grow without irrigating in the summer. They're just they have like a dry season tolerance, so something like quinoa or amaranth or some varieties of corn.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that can go 2-3 months without water. There's the French guy who seed selected tomatoes until he had tomatoes that he could grow without irrigation.
Yeah.
So
Some things will just like kind of slow down for a while, and then once the rains pick up, they'll just
it's if you have a climate with regular rainfall, it's not always necessary to do irrigation. And when I see the tropics and something that green, makes me think like it's not that urgent. Like if I had just arrived in a tropical country and it's raining all the time and COVID just hit, I'd be kind of reflecting, where does we go here from now? You know, enjoy the isolation. I wouldn't be like, I gotta irrigate in this place that gets 3,000 liters of rainfall a year,
Yeah.
or 120 inches of rainfall a year, which is what
Yeah.
you just said. If I'm getting 120 inches of rainfall a year, why am I irrigating? But yeah, if you're getting 120 inches a year, which was, what did I say, 3,000 liters, you don't need. Probably don't need to worry about irrigation in the first year. Just enjoy being in fucking Panama while the rest of the world is in lockdown.
Yeah.
Of our bus.
Kind of bored so far.
And it was such an awesome learning
You know, like when you watch the
experience as well. And the best
documentary
thing about it,
about
my
people in these
favorite
climates and they
part,
just have like
the
a
favorite
dirt
thing that I
clearing
did
and they're really happy with it.
Yeah.
last year.
Like a dirt clearing works.
Dicks are nice. It's just kind of.
Yeah.
The wood, first roads in the world.
North Americans, Europeans,
Yeah.
Westerners, we have trouble
Yeah, no. There's a reason
not
Americans.
doing things. We feel urgency.
Yeah, there's a reason Americans have like the most energy use per capita in the world. It's just we can't not.
probably hundreds of people stepped
I just want to make it
forward.
nice. We have to make it nice. I want it nice.
So one of the
And
next
what of our
projects that we're gonna be
where do our
working on for the
standards of
next
nice
couple
come
months
from?
is actually
Madison Avenue, competing with neighbors. Narrower and narrower and narrower and narrower and narrower comfort zones until you can't be comfortable anywhere unless it's completely clean
Yeah, it's sad.
and nothing's there
Yeah.
and polished
Everything's
and
controlled.
shiny
Yeah.
and treated. Anyway, it's all good. Everyone does this.
Yeah.
No one sits and contemplates the first year. It'd be cool though.
Oh.
Actually, I did. I heard about a story.
Okay.
I heard a story of a dude who got land, like in India, in the
Okay.
mountains,
Okay.
and he didn't do shit for 5 years.
Okay.
And he just was like one of these spiritual people, and
Yeah,
he
of
just like
course.
fucking meditated.
But that's what it takes. Like
Yeah, you gotta be committed to the.
you have to be completely disconnected from the earth.
You gotta be committed to doing nothing.
Yeah.
And he's literally above everything because
Yeah.
he's in the Himalayas. But actually, during those 5 years, he actually like channeled the vision of what that project was truly meant for, and then it went fast.
Yeah,
And then he,
that's
and he
nice.
took care of
That's
it.
nice.
Yeah.
It's basically like you're living in the air for a while, and then eventually, like lightning bolt, you come down, hit the earth, and just start activating everything.
Yeah,
It's pretty
and then
cool.
mushrooms start popping out of the corner.
I think it might have taken a little
Yeah.
longer.
But that's cool. So some people do wait to figure out what to do on their land. Like he was like just
Yeah.
living like basic,
Yeah.
like basic. Because so there, all these videos like we gotta get electricity and irrigation in the first year.
Yeah.
I would do that too because I need I am also corrupted by Western civilization and I need
Me
a comfort
too.
zone and I also cannot rough it
Yeah.
for that long
Yeah.
because people with CPTSD don't do well without the internet
Yeah.
and hot showers.
Yeah.
But for example, there's a storyteller called Martin Shaw. So like he actually spent 4 years in a yurt in a wood burning stove with no electricity.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was just using like well water to cook and like I don't think he had a proper bathroom.
Yeah.
But there's where he actually like got the stories from nature. Like the stories
Came to
that
him. Yeah.
nature gave him
Yeah.
and that he was able to like work with and cultivate were because basically he was living so simply
Yeah, he was
without
just
all these
sitting there listening
amenities and
for a while.
distractions.
Yeah. I'm starting to think like, for most people though, I think this first year of just hyper action is just necessary, just as that transitory period.
It's hard. It's hard to like.
And like, so I've been thinking lately of like how to actually channel that, and I think like the centropic thing really works. Because it's just like, all right, I have all this energy, what do I do with it? I'm going to plant 1,000 trees. They might not be the trees that end up being like the productive final trees, but
Yeah, I mean, it's the best thing to do if you don't know what you're doing because
Exactly.
everything you plant, if it's not in the right place, is just organic matter or can be
no,
pruned.
exactly. So there's actually like, you can channel that Western itch to do things
Yeah.
into something that like, so basically the first year is always like the most rambunctious. So you just come out, you plant everything, and then after that, once you've done things, it's easier to like take a step back and just start watching.
Yeah, because you have the knowledge that you know, like, oh, I know how to do things. I have the power to do things.
Right.
And that kind of allows the ego to
Exactly.
kind of slip away
Yeah.
and go to the side because the ego's not worried, like, what if we can't do it? What if we're not able to? And then you tell the ego, oh, I already
did it.
did a bunch of stuff.
I did
See,
it.
I know how to do it. So like
Yeah.
when we want to do it, we'll do it. So don't
Yeah.
worry, ego. Like when we want to, we'll
Yeah.
go ahead. But
So that's something I've been thinking about, just like as a strategy for most people.
yeah, because not everyone's a storyteller.
Not everyone can live in a yurt without electricity for
Yeah.
4 years.
We also have running water, and then we just have.
So you get stories when you go to the spring for water and bring it back.
All of our cookies.
There is something to getting the water.
There's also a story in setting up
3.5 years ago, that
the-
this was going to be the size.
No, but I'm talking about mythological
mythologically. Yeah.
stories for our composting of our old selves into our new selves. I'm not talking about anecdotes like, oh, I'm talking about the stories from the spirits. They come when you go to the well. Sometimes I go outside to drink from our spring on purpose because I'm like, I'm inside too much.
Yeah.
This is too convenient. I need to move my body.
So something that was really, really important for us was that we were still able to produce these videos and post them on YouTube for you guys.
Get high-speed internet.
I just keep thinking about the meme,
Which meme?
the Twitter
Oh, right,
conversation about how self-sufficiency is subsidized by YouTube. You could subsidize us if you want to, but we want to get to communities and villages
Yeah.
who are intersufficient and don't need you to subsidize them. So hopefully some of you guys are on board with that someday.
And how difficult it is.
Yeah, nothing is self-sufficient if it relies on millions of views around the world through a network of
We
internet.
can't all have millions of views. We can't all have millions of views.
Homestead. Bogete, especially where we're located on this mountainside,
Once again,
get some insane
treat
winds.
workers like
So one
people,
of the big things that Jordan
pay them
and I wanted to
well,
take advantage of
share
was
the
all
knowledge
of
and
the
ideas.
elements. And so that's why we
I really feel
installed this
uncomfortable with that, like us Westerners going to poor countries and like, oh, we can just pay people to make
Yeah.
our
The
homestead.
difference between having wind
What about their homestead? Don't they need to work on their own homestead? They're going to be in the collapse too. We're not the only ones in the collapse, not just Westerners.
favorite addition to
Yes.
Lola's farm.
Just show me your goats.
Always the
Show
goats.
us your goats. Show us your goats. Show us your goats. Show us your goats. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, look at them chew. Look at them chew. Ah!
Are they like the side chewing?
I love it. It'd be cool if they were using that antenna to develop intelligent goat technology. Where intelligent goats, they eat only what we want us to eat, but they don't eat young trees.
How long have you been talking about intelligent goats?
Long time. Intelligent goats is the future, but not immorally experimenting on animals, like giving them psilocybin mushrooms and helping them evolve into consciousness and intelligence the way the stoned ape did. So it's mostly what these videos are, is like solar panel, water,
Yeah.
animals.
They all share the
chicken
same
coop.
few.
Yeah.
So we usually let them 11 a.m.
Where's the Dreamatorium?
time right now.
Troy and Abed fans, where are they building their Dreamatoriums? That's what I want to know.
It comes later.
I have a Dreamatorium.
Do you?
Yes.
Where's your Dreamatorium?
Oh, I can't tell you.
They have been producing
I want a dreamatorium.
You have your own Dreamatorium as well.
we get 3 eggs a day.
We're sitting in a Dreamatorium.
Oh, in that sense, yeah.
But I have special spots for dreaming and imagining
Also a little
ideas.
experiment that we did,
And I'm
doing
developing it, like
outdoor
my quartz
gardens.
circle.
Mine is more just walking.
We wanted to see
Yeah, walking
what
works.
things
Walking around.
did
But I
work
made
well
the
in
quartz
Elvis.
circle, for example. And quartz like enhances the mind, man. Got quartz crystals, man.
And they've all within 2
We got to give them some play and some attention. They need the views, so they're gonna get the Foresnauts bump.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you who have seen the Weird Al movie, the Weird Al bump, when Weird Al makes fun of a song, record sales go up. When we make fun of a video, or just analyze it honestly,
Might get 7 extra views, I think.
gets extra views. They need the views. They need them. They gotta get another solar panel.
I feel like the purpose of a lot of these videos is like, how do I translate my first world life into like how to rough my first world life?
Yeah.
Like,
So that way it tricks everybody else into living rural life.
you can continue to live your own same life in the same way, but with slightly less
'Cause
quality.
there's not enough solar panels for 7 billion people.
No, there's not.
It's not gonna happen. We're gonna have to use less electricity.
I don't know about that.
No, we can't.
No,
do it.
it's impossible.
I mean, I need to charge my Switch.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
charge my Nintendo Switch, so.
Yeah.
5 more panels to
I mean, there's a lot of cool battery technologies coming out.
Oh,
So they're
yeah.
doing geothermal without having to be water already somewhere that's hot.
Yeah.
They just create an underground chamber
Yeah.
and then fill it up
Yeah.
with water. The thing is, I think that all these like green solutions to energy, they won't be as easy and infinite as petroleum has been. There'll always be
No, yeah.
some drawbacks, which is good. I think
Petroleum
we need
is
these drawbacks.
thousands of years of calories just condensed into a single little droplet. Like, you can't beat that.
Yeah, I mean, tapping into the heat of the earth seems to me like a second best. Like, it's the whole fucking earth.
But it's still limited. Like, when you carve a geothermal vent, it only lasts 30, 40 years. And it takes a ridiculous amount of energy to actually carve that
Yeah.
into the earth. So, like, it's still...
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, like Iceland when they do it and they've got like these giant multi-kilometer deep things.
And
Like,
the thing is, building this always takes fossil fuels. So building the super geothermal chamber takes fossil fuels. They have like sand. They have sand batteries now. They heat up fucking sand,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
holds heat energy
Yeah.
for like 6 months.
yeah, and stones.
Yeah.
It's like I saw some dude who's basically he takes a container, like a shipping container, fills it with stone. Basically, as it's black on the outside, so it heats up in summer, and then it's just slowly like he takes the energy in winter out of just that heat inside.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're developing on a
Yeah.
larger scale. So it's going to be interesting, like how many of these projects will they be able to build with the fossil fuels?
Before time runs out.
And yeah, exactly. And then we'll have them, and then there'll be like these sacred temples of energy where we can charge our switches.
The video's not very good.
It's boring. It's not bad. It's boring.
No, it's what I'm saying. Like, it just seems like, how do you translate your boring first world life into the same boring first world life in the third world?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's also like cultural, which is like, oh, I'm going to show you my house, and I'll give you a short tour of the house. This is my dog, and this is my kitchen, and this is my... People, we're still embarrassed to be like, these are my beliefs, and these are my values, and these are my dreams, and these are my fun activities. These are the creative things, like,
but
going on. Like,
but
I build...
Unless I've missed it, like, I don't think there's a niche for just, like, I'm going to walk you through my regular house in Baltimore. Like, it's always, like, house tours are always, like, rich people on YouTube,
right,
or
because the
third
collapse isn't going to force millions of people to move to Baltimore. No. It's going to force millions of people to seek out a rural lifestyle that they perceive as self-sufficient.
Absolutely. But it's like, there's something in us that wants to see, like, ooh, I can go to this place, and I won't have to change very much.
Yeah.
And I can just...
But to be honest, like, one of my fantasies is kind of like the post-industrial urban gardening thing. I think it would be cool to work with people and do urban gardens. Like, kind of what's happening in Detroit. There's an appeal to it. I don't know.
Definitely.
Because you could, like, so it's like a city empties out, but you still have a city, but it's just becoming a forest. But there's still people around.
It's more frightening. Because, like, you look at Detroit, and it's just... Like, the way it's collapsed was frightening to a lot of people, so it doesn't feel as good as Panama.
No, it doesn't, but at the same time, like,
it's really
making what was probably a cement neighborhood green, that feels good.
That's dope.
That change feels good, and I'm sure the people there appreciate it.
No, definitely. It's just, it's not... Like, all I'm saying is that it doesn't feel as safe. So people, like, there's less appeal to it.
It doesn't feel safe to some people, but we don't live there, so maybe they are used to it and feel safe, and then they build community bonds, and they're growing stuff together.
Actually, like...
They put their solar panels in their 1946 Ford industrial paid house, and...
I like Detroit. Actually, like, when I was 21, 22, I was actually considering moving to Detroit, because they were giving people free houses.
Yeah.
To, like, fix it up.
Yeah, if you get one of these 1940 neo-colonials in Detroit, they're gorgeous.
And that seemed so intelligent to me, like, as a city, like, a third of our houses are empty. What do we do with them? Let's give them away to people. Like,
yeah, put them in there. Or no, they should sleep on the streets. If someone can't afford a house,
fuck them.
Fuck them. They should live in the street. And then let's put spikes on the benches.
Yeah. Not very nice. Yeah, so it's also kind of like an imposed prison.
Yeah.
So it's like, because I have to work and I don't like it, well, I'm gonna basically force you to do
the whole thing. If I have to suffer, you have to suffer too.
It's like this line from My Dinner with Andre, when he's just saying, like, New York is the model of the new prison camp, where the guards are the prisoners, and everyone who lives there kind of wants to leave, but they never are able to, because they're kind of just locked in this prison of their own creation.
If I have to do something I don't like to get money, then why should other people get money for nothing?
Yeah.
Well, stop doing something you don't like for money.
Stop eating frogs.
Unless you got, like, obligations. I understand people have children. If you can get out, get out. You can get out, get out. Yeah. Take a risk. Live cheaper.
It's scary, but this is the opportunity.
Look at these guys. They were living in a van in every country in the world, and now they found their place.
Yeah.
And they built lots of solar panels.
We're very close to the equator, so in that case, you want to have your solar panels more horizontal, but we are...
She just said solar panels.
She did.
I'm a wizard.
Very slightly facing
Nice workshop, though.
Yeah. So that when we move in...
What do they make?
So what our favorite
the solar panels.
If
I ever live in the tropics, I'm hanging out outside all the time. Gonna figure out all the tricks for not going crazy from the bugs. I'm gonna be outside all the motherfucking day.
So this one's not really about green things. It's just about all the civilization that they've brought with them.
It's putting civilization, which is not a bad
in the jungle.
thing, in the jungle. It's just how, with what energy.
Yeah.
Are we doing our modernity? Are we putting in our comfortable home out of gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it, or it's the moment? I think it's the right moment for me to make this. I want to see, like, the queer, anti-capitalist magician project. And all the boomers are going to offend. The boomers like watching these videos. Oh, good job, honey. You're working so hard.
I don't know if we need final thoughts, but...
No, I mean, it was just...
It's just...
We said it. We'll be saying it. Take
Yeah.
your time. You don't have to
Yeah.
build so many things in the first year. You don't
we
always
just-
need so much technology.
Now we just say goodbye now.
Bye, guys. Thank you
Thanks
for
for-
watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
See ya. Gotta do stuff. Gotta get going. Gonna see a friend of mine. He's round and he's fuzzy. I love him because he's just Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear.
This story